fucks with it. Now let me see if it's in
Now keep it clean, oh, it's a must. The more you eat, the more you know. Heart strong, yeah, you protected. Affirmation selected. Healthy, loved, and respected. Fear and greed are rejected. Your bubble big, gotta keep it safe. Them energies that's in your place. If it don't affirm it, then it get replaced. So pretty when you talking to me. I ain't taking shit less. Affirming power coming through me. Speaking my success. So pretty when you talking to me. Hello. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute, but I've been doing soul searching per usual because it's a lifelong journey, and I try to really focus on the topics that I'm going to be talking about so that I can bring the best quality content possible. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about dreams, different types of dreams, because there are all different types of dreams. It's not in just one category. There are lucid dreams, astral projection, sleep paralysis. There's so many different types of dreams. I've experienced all of them throughout my lifetime, so I really want to touch on the different types of dreams and how they can help us understand things moving forward. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely stay tuned. Yeah, we're going to get into it. Oh, man. Let's start at the beginning. Okay, so when I was a wee one, I had my first, I would say, strange dream, if you want to call it that, at the age of 8 or 9, and it was a sleep paralysis dream. I have only had one other one since then, but this was the first one I experienced, and I was having a dream. I was inside of, it was like a museum. Like, everything was white. There was a fountain on the inside that, like, you know how they have, like, the coin fountains? It was like that type of vibe. There were these two white kids who were, like, kind of sitting on the other, not sitting, but standing, I mean, on the other side of the fountain. And I was like going over to talk to them because I hadn't even gone into like any of the exhibits or seen anything in the museum at this point. I just saw some kids and I was like, yo, I'm going to go talk to them. So I did. And when I went to talk to, it was a girl and a boy. The girl was older. The boy was younger. The girl had like curly hair, curly like a strawberry blonde, like a light reddish kind of hair. And the boy, I don't remember what color his hair was. It was probably blonde or something like that. But he was looking all like next to her, looking all like creepy. And as soon as they started talking to me, the background changed into being, instead of a all white pristine looking museum, it turned into being like the woods, like deep forest kind of vibes. And probably like around like duskish time, because it wasn't like nighttime in the woods, it was like dusk in the woods. I remember this specifically because I was very much there for it. And the girl was like, what was she doing? She had her hands around my neck. That's what it was. She had her hands around my neck, and I started cussing at her. I was saying every cuss word I could possibly think of. I was calling her a stupid B and, you know, MF and, you know, get the F off me and MF, I'm gonna F you up, all of that kind of stuff, because like I thought that me threatening her was gonna do something. But after I tried everything, something in my soul said, call out Jesus. So I did. I said, Jesus! And I was let go. And I woke up, literally, like, bloop, sat up in my bed. Because, like, that was the end of it. And I will never forget that. And although, like, I did not grow up in the church, like, I wasn't indoctrinated into Christianity or anything like that, which I'm actually grateful for because it helped me keep an open mind when it comes to spiritual topics. But that right there has always had me in a space where I know that, like, there is so much power in the name of Jesus. So I'm glad that I had that experience early on. Because I did consider myself a Christian when I was a young kid, because all my friends were Christians and I didn't want to like be ostracized. So I would be like, yeah, my family goes to church. We didn't. My parents grew up in the church, but we didn't go to church. So yeah, that was the first like weird dream that I had. I mean, of course I had like other like weird and nightmarish kind of dreams when I was a kid, but like the first one that really hit me on a deep, like mixing the physical and the spiritual kind of levels dream would have been that one. So yeah, let's fast forward to when I was 16 and I had my first astral projection. Now, my mom used to tell me about the astral projections that she would have, and she would like go down the street, hang out with the neighbor kids, all kind of stuff like that. I never did nothing like that. The one time I astral projected, my scary but did nothing. Okay, what ended up happening was I woke up on the ceiling looking down at my body, and I heard my mom talking on the phone downstairs. She was on the phone with my auntie because they used to be on the phone like for hours. So she was on the phone and I heard her talking and I saw myself sleeping, and thankfully I had some kind of an idea about what astral projection was. So I didn't think like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. Like, which I very easily could have thought, but I didn't think that at all. I was just on the ceiling and I'm looking down at my body, and I remember feeling this tingling on my like belly button area, like from here to where my body was. I could feel like a tingling, and this is before I knew anything about the silver cord that apparently attaches our soul to our body, which, if you know anything about Hercules, it's like, I guess the cord that they cut is the one that cuts you off from your body, so then your consciousness is not attached to your body and you're basically like dead. I wasn't thinking about any of that at the time. I just know that I felt a tingling, and this is before I knew anything about a cord being attached to your body and your spirit. So yeah, I felt that tingling like on my belly button, and I was too scared to do anything. Like, I'm kind of, I won't say I regret it, but like I am like a little salty thinking back to it, because like I could have did so much with that experience. I could have went anywhere and did anything, but here I was being scared. So, you know what I did? I turned around on the ceiling and floated on down into my body, because I was like, oh, this is scary. This is weird. I don't like it. It's not like I was scared of it per se, but I was definitely like, I didn't want to get too far away from my body, because then I felt like I would lose my connection. I would lose my connection from my soul to my body. So that fear stopped me from going any further, doing anything else. So I was just like, nah, okay, like now I know what it is. That was my second like very extreme and odd experience when it came to dreams. I cannot remember if I had any lucid dreams back when I was a teenager, because they would have stuck out to me, because lucid dreams, I always remember them because I was there. You know, like I literally, like I was there. My consciousness was there and everything. I mean, I kind of have a few that I remember, but like none of them where I literally woke up and was like, yo, I'm in a dream. Like those have happened like a lot of times since then. And if you guys aren't familiar with lucid dreaming, it basically means when you are in a dream and you realize that you are in a dream. And it can be kind of freaky sometimes, because when it's happened to me in the past, I sometimes try to talk to the dream people. Big mistake. Like this most recent one that I had where I was lucid, I said something about, oh, but it doesn't matter because we're in a dream. They tried to like attack me. I just had to get away from them, because I was like, people clearly don't like to hear the truth. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna just get away from bro. Other than a bunch of lucid dreams that have happened since then, like the more that I got like tapped in with my spirituality and my higher consciousness, the more that I would have lucid dreams, to the point where I felt like I wasn't actually getting any rest. Like my spirit wasn't, my body was resting, but my spirit was not resting, because I kept on waking up inside of dreams. There was one time that I had a dream and I felt like, okay, I can't keep running away from this, because I would wake up in a lucid dream and I would immediately start flying somewhere, and I would end up at like a freaking like a store or something very basic, to be like, I'm just gonna go shopping and buy the stuff that I can't buy and just do what I want to do and blah blah blah. That ain't the wave. So yeah, like this particular one, I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna stay where I'm at so I can kind of like learn what I'm supposed to learn from this dream and get the lesson that I'm supposed to get from it. So boom. And to segue into my next point, as far as like different types of dreams, that one specifically that I had that was a lucid one where I was like, I'm gonna stay here and learn a lesson, was at what was my auntie's house, the one that my mom was talking to on the phone. My auntie Jerry, rest in peace, love you. Got a tap for her here. But that was the house that I was actually born into, because it was my parents' house before it was my auntie's house. There was a lot going on with that. So I have a lot of dreams at this house. You know, you have reoccurring dreams, but whenever this house is in my dreams, it always, instead of looking like a regular house like it is, it always looks like just the front of it exists and then the inside is like shambles, which probably means something very deep as far as how I view my beginnings, how I view that house, how I view everything that comes with it. I dream about that house more than the one that I actually grew up in, because it was the house that I was literally born into. So I feel like my spirit has like a deep like soul tie with that house, that like land plot, all of that. So yeah, that's the next point that I want to get into, is talking about like different locations. So I don't know if you noticed, but sometimes in dreams you end up in the same places. Not a reoccurring dream, but in the same place living out a different dream. That's what makes me think like maybe they're like in different dimensions or something, you know? Because why am I frequenting these places? Like, I told my mom I'll have a lot of dreams about me and her traveling, and we'll stop different places. So that's a little bit different. But on the other end, there's this place, and it kind of reminds me, I've never been to Houston. I've been to Dallas, Fort Worth, but I've never been to Houston. But this place that I go in my dream for some reason reminds me of Houston, Texas. I don't know why. I can't tell. I honestly cannot tell you why, but it does. And I will be there a lot. And a lot of the beginning, like early dreams that I had of this would be me running around the upper levels of the building and hiding. Not that somebody was even trying to kill me, from what I remember. Then I had other dreams in the parking garage. I had dreams like outside of the building. And there have been more dream places like that I have frequented as time goes on. I just noticed that I end up visiting a lot of the same places. Oh, okay. So I wanted to touch on this dream that I had, that I've never had another one like this one since I finished the dream. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever finished a dream, but when I tell you, that was the weirdest experience I have ever had. So this is what happened. I don't remember the details on exactly what was going on in the dream. You know, there's always a lot going on. Usually it has to do with your keys or your car or shoes. Those are very big, like, identifier kind of dreams. Hint, hint. So there's that. But this one specifically, me and someone else were we were kind of like arguing or whatever, right? And the dream wrapped up. The argument was over. Now, I'm an actress, mind you, so I've acted in like a few movies, and you know, I model, so I know about like acting through pictures and stuff like that. But this felt different than other, I've even done theater. It felt different than, it kind of felt similar to that, but different than like other gigs and stuff that I've done. We wrapped, and I felt the biggest sense of relief, where I was just like, man, we did a good job. Like, we really, we played that out. We did great. And there was a curtain drop. And I wasn't mad at the person that I was just a second ago arguing with. I wasn't mad at them at all. We were castmates. And I felt that. We didn't have to say it. I felt like, we really did that. And I'm super proud of us. I was proud of me. I was proud of the other person. And it was over. Nobody said it was a wrap. but we finished the scene and you can just breathe and you're just like, ah, we did that. So that was probably, I mean, out of all the lucid dreams, out of the astral projection, out of the few times that I've had the sleep paralysis, that was unexplainably strange, interesting, and eye-opening, if nothing else. That was kind of crazy. And so now here recently, I don't know if you have heard of Nikola Tesla using his dreams to practice some of the things that he engineered, like his inventions and stuff like that. But I've been using my dreams because I'm into music now. I do music. I've been doing it for about a year. Something that I feel like the Most High literally dropped in my lap, and I'm just like, yo, let's do this. If this is what you want me to do as the consciousness that's living in this body as you, let's get it. And I hear songs in my dreams now. So I wake up and I write down lyrics. I hear concepts. I literally just got a concept last night. I had to wake up in the middle of the dream, write it down, go back to sleep, get more information, write more about it. Like, at this point, I'm using my dreams to connect and to contact the ether side, the other side, whatever you want to call it. I'm using my dreams for that now. And it's been really eye-opening. It's been really helpful, I would say. And a big part of what helps me tap into that, because of course you're naturally going to get some channeled messages, but what's been helping me a lot is going to sleep to different affirmations and things like that. So yeah, it's been wild. Okay, like one of the things I came across was the why method. Instead of affirming I am this, I am that, ask yourself, why am I this, why am I that, and your logical brain will automatically try to like fill in the blanks of what those answers are. So listening to stuff like that before I go to bed helps me have dreams to answer those questions so I can fill in the blanks. Because if you can't visualize it, it's really hard to manifest it. So the fact that I'm able to now like visualize it even in a dream helps me be able to know like what to implement, what to see, what it looks like. So yeah, dreams are extremely powerful. Like I said, there are different themes in dreams. That's why dream interpretation is such a thing, because there are different symbols as far as animals, colors, things like that. Oh, one more thing that I want to touch on before I wrap this up. So I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was talking about how she looked in the mirror. I can't say I looked in the mirror in a dream at all, because that sounds really fucking creepy. But yeah, she looked in not even a mirror, but like a surface that had a reflection, and it wasn't her. I was like, oh Lord, I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life. What is she talking about? She said it was not her. It was a younger female that had on a green wig, and she pulled the wig off, and she just had her hair like in a bun underneath it or whatever. And then a couple of days later, actually last night, I had a dream that I was literally somebody else. I knew that I can't say I didn't know it wasn't me, but I knew it wasn't me because they weren't calling me by my name. And then I got to thinking about it, and I was just like, I never see my clothes in dreams. I never see, the most that I'll see is shoes. Because I know in this one dream that, like I said, shoes are a big part of your like identity in dreams and stuff. I had on shoes that I knew were mine, and then I had to put on like some little boo-boo shoes because I couldn't find my shoes. That's always like a thing. But yeah, just being somebody else in your dreams is also really, really wild, but probably a door to be able to open up things that you haven't experienced. So it makes me wonder, what are we living in different consciousnesses on the other side of the world that's awake when we're asleep? Who knows? That's really all I wanted to touch on as far as dreams, different types of dreams, how you had them, what they look like, what they feel like, and what it could possibly mean. So let me know if you have had any of these type of dreams down below. If you want to go into detail, I would love to hear it and to read it and to see it. So comment down below if you have had any of these types of dreams, as far as lucid dreaming, astral projection, sleep paralysis, channeling messages that you get that you actually implement in the real world, or even being somebody else in your dreams. Also, if you have had any dreams about cars, shoes, losing your keys, things of that sort, let me know. So thank you guys for tuning in to another spiritual chit chat. I really appreciate having you guys with me, and subscribe if you want to hear more spiritual topics, spiritual chit chats, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.